She's written 26 produced plays and text for 2 produced operas. She co-founded the Washington Writers Publishing House with John McNally in 1976 and served on its editorial board from 76 to 82. She's lectured and taught throughout the U.S. at several colleges. For 3 decades, she hosted The Poet and the Poem in the Library of Congress, which continues to be a major, the place to go for live poetry in Washington, D.C. She's really a phenomenal person and has been a great friend to the foundation. She's on our board of directors and has been a real support. So Gracie, the podium is yours.
Thank you so much. Richard, you're still hot. I'm going to read a little bit about, from my new book called The Man Who Got Away. And I was married for 60 years to a beautiful metal sculptor. And this book was the way I got through the first year after his death. So I'll read 3 poems here. And the first one is called What I Won. The sack dress was in style then, with a single strand of pearls. The sack dress was designed to see the body move lightly underneath. That's why I wore it to my first poetry contest in Philly, leaving my 4-month-old baby at home. Of course, my husband had to drive, as nervous as I was, so he waited in the car all day while I sat in the big room, first time out since I found my mother dead and then had a baby 2 weeks later. My husband stayed all day in that car in the snow. I won first prize about wanting my mother, but it was said much better than this, as you can imagine, to win first. It even began with notes upon a phantom flute, although the poet said, what do we know of lutes now? But what did he know of walking into her bedroom and finding her a pale shade of lilac? This just goes to prove, I guess, I was talking about the wrong thing in the poem. And the poet was surely onto something. I have to say, I look wonderful. Gaunt with grief and colitis, 1956. Hurrying across the street where my husband was waiting to take me home, the first wrong victory in my hand. I feel my voice is so small and my feelings are so large. The next poem is when Ken came back from Vietnam. He was a different person, and a couple of things, he would wake up at night screaming from PTSD. Although he never had to kill anyone, he himself was killed inside and did transform it through art. But he also began to lose his hearing a little bit because of the jet airplanes on the carrier where he was. This is called 3 Days in a Row. 3 days in a row without a bad dream. Your luck must be changing. That's why I wanted you to identify the strange bird outside, the one with the call. Yet it was beyond the hearing of your ear, once filled with so many jet planes, resting now in an ocean of quiet. I can't know these things alone. I said, it's like language sleeping. No one else can hear. No, I can't have it. It's bad enough that death will happen, but the bird is here now, and so are we. It's not fair to me, or the birds for that matter. You lifted your chin, tilting your head slightly. It's a song sparrow, you said, moving in closer. I'm sure it's a sparrow.